Hey everybody, I'm Ray.
I'm Atou.
And Ato's back at the controls again after a 30-minute episode of him walking around one room. And then I got 2 minutes with the boss. Yeah! Oh, Jesus! He was hiding in the China box. At least they're not albino rats, the strongest creature known to man.
That's weird. Oh, okay.
Shake the nunchuck to do the rush tackle. That'll do some damage and block the whole way. Or that. You just stand here for me. Remember, mash the C button to retry forever. I love how easy that is to just abuse. Now, there's one other rat that's just minding its own business. There he is.
Yeah. I was gonna say, how hilarious would it be if there was like a mouse trap down here, and if you did the obvious, it would actually result in an instant game over. Because what do you think was gonna happen? I mean, it's only logic, right?
Yeah. Oh, no. Noises.
I see.
Distraction done.
Let's see. Peace, anarchy, and everyone.
Equality.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, I assume. I've never seen an equality symbol. Other than the coexist, where it uses all the race symbols except for a swastika, I've noticed. Now that I think about it. Don't coexist with those guys. Hello, green cricket. Okay, well fine. Be that way.
Well,
just gonna have to eat you.
Okay then.
Just gonna have to eat you then.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. There. Well, you got... What does that say? Oh, why didn't it pop it up like it usually does?
Huh, that's weird. Okay, so as I explore the underbelly that is this bathroom, shall I be allowed to go back to what I was talking about the last couple of episodes?
Godzilla? Sure.
And choose your own adventures.
Alright, fine. Tell us about this Godzilla Choose Your Own Adventure.
You're kind of close, actually.
Where you choose to be Gaian and then you win. I mean, that's weird because that's a mobile suit for Mobile Suit Gundam, so it's even more confusing. Salamanders just crawling around the wall like that. Keep thinking they're rats.
Yeah, jeez. I'm just imagining how horrifying it'd be to just walk into a bathroom and see a big old scorpion like this just crawling along the wall.
Not so much if it's minding its own business away from me and doesn't decide to grow wings and fly directly at me to sting me. Oh, come on now. At least it didn't scare the bejesus out of me this time. Okay, I had a delayed reaction. I can't tell if that mirror's broken or if it's trying to reflect something. Either way, it looks like the exit's right there. Also, I'm pretty sure by this point we've earned all the moves we can in the game. Because, you know, we haven't unlocked a new move in forever, and we're at the last level practically. So
you don't know that.
I can't think of what else we could learn. Out of order. That ceiling is open. Wires will get us killed. Just like that. See? He almost fell off the wall and died. That would have been great. Just like that. Thankfully, since, like you said, the scorpion can't jump, he doesn't have gravity to worry about. So, woohoo for that. Alright, your choose your own adventure Godzilla.
Okay, so it's not exactly a Godzilla choose your own adventure. It's called a, okay, this particular one, which I saw, was called Kaifu. And it was, I'm presuming, a shorthand.
The hell? I didn't think you had to kill them all to get that open, but forgot about the mites blocking the way.
Finally, the blood wall has come down.
Sure.
What, you don't get that reference?
No,
Wait,
it's not Devil May Cry.
Oh, okay.
It's not Devil May Cry at all. Wait, careful on the ceiling. You can't do that.
So then what do I need to be careful for?
Because I thought you were going to make the game glitch and make you fall and die. I mean, we proved it once by accident. It's going to happen sometime again if we're not careful.
Okay. So, yeah, choose your adventure called Kaifu. I'm pretty sure it stands for Kaiju Waifu. And the premise is that you meet the qualifications to be a caretaker for a secret government program or something like that. To where, like, they will genetically, like, they have genetically matched a woman, because only women can get this, to be able to receive a treatment to be able to transform into a kaiju. Big old monster girl.
Congratulations, you've exited. Reach the front porch.
Right. And so, like, the game is that you're given a set amount of points that will help you better to handle your Kaifu charge. Oh, and you got to choose, like, who you wanted, and, like, the way it's presented was like, okay, here's a girl, here's what nation she's from, here's what she turns into, and here's her deal, and stuff like that. Like, you had some simple ones, like, oh, hey, here's the American girl. You know, don't expect much of a challenge from her. And then it was like, okay, so, like, here's, like, the Japanese option, which is, like, this girl that has a problem with authorities. And, like, you know, that was bad enough. She actually ran when they tried to do the Kaifu experiment on her. And, like, she actually managed to get pretty far to their surprise before they were able to trank her and bring her in. Now she's able to turn into, like, a 30-foot ton monster. And, you know, she still has problems with authority, so that's not helping situations right there. Currently, the only reason they even have her under control is because, like, they have her family, and they're, like, holding them hostage. So there's like, so yeah, good luck dealing with that.
Watch out for the 2 scorpions.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's an interesting setup. And then, like, there's the, yeah.
Always remember, if shit really hits the fan, block and do the block charge. They can't do too much to get out of that.
Yeah, okay. And then, like, there's another one which I found was really interesting, which is, like, a set of triplets from China. And I was like, oh, okay, well, what's this girl's deal? Well, China apparently thought it really lucked out when it found, like, not only was there a girl that was able to undertake the program for them, but that she was one of 3. And they thought, okay, now we get 3 kaijus for, like, the price of 1. No, it turns out that for some weird reason, whenever they turn into a kaiju, like, the 3 of them just, like, form together. Like, combine to create one super kaiju or what have you.
Well, they're just becoming King Ghidorah.
So it's like, okay, yeah, like, this is certainly interesting. Choose your own adventure. Choose your charge and, like, choose what bonuses and stuff or things that you have to go with it. And they had, like, some simple items from what I can recall. Like, I didn't fully look into it, but I was able to read enough. Well, not enough. Like, I look forward to go more in depth on it, like, later when I have more time. Like, one of the things you could have was communicator. It's like, you know, just a headset to where you'd be able to easily communicate with your kaiju when she's off doing whatever kaiju need to do, because stuff is going down. And I said, okay, that's neat. And then, like, they even had the option of the giant robot. Because, like, oh yeah, you know, we were working on giant robots before we just decided to nuclearly change the women of our countries. But, yeah, it wasn't working out too well. But, you know, we do have the one prototype. You can totally have that if you want. You know, because such is the power of the handler to have this kind of stuff. I don't even think it was all that expensive comparatively to, like, all the other upgrades and things that you could get. Huh. But, okay. So, of course, like, the thing about Choose Your Own Adventures, about those set up like these with point systems, is, like, they'll have, complications. At least that's the general term for them. Or is, like, complications that give you bonus points for undertaking them. Like, more or less saying that, like, oh, you know, this complication's gonna happen, but hey, for doing this, you'll get these amount of points that allow you to buy more cool stuff. And then, like, they had an interesting wide variety of complications. Like, one of them that I found rather interesting was that the experiment, for whatever reason, made the girl super horny. And, yeah, you need to take care of that, because we don't need a giant 30-foot super horny monster woman, you know, creating a scene. Because, like, you know, we value our national monuments and don't want them to be molested. I was like, ah, that's hilarious. But that, you know, okay, whatever. Maybe I can undertake that challenge. No, it just depends on, like, do I feel like I need the points to undertake any challenges?
Hmm.
And they had other things like, one of the girls has gone super rogue. She convinced her handlers that the government is evil and to disable her tracking. And after he did, she killed him. So last we heard, she's somewhere in your area. Work together with your charge to, subdue her or something like that. And I was like, okay, that's pretty neat. Like, plot, what have you. And then there's even...
Well, I thought I could do a trick, but I guess not.
I think your trick was too good. Yeah, that trick is just too strong.
I see, so that's what it is. I die because they do way too much damage and I can't do this.
And like another complication, I believe, was like, what was it called? The Kaiju Wars or something. I was like, okay, so aliens found out that we have our own kaijus and they challenged us to a fight. So you need to get ready to go and represent the world. Oh, and if we lose, the planet gets blown up. No pressure. So it's like, do I feel I'm one bad enough dude to be able to work alongside my kaifu to be able to save the world? Maybe. Yeah. And, yeah, I'd say that's the gist of, the kaifu Choose Your Own Adventure. And that's how, a lot of the Choose Your Own Adventures, at least the ones that I particularly like, are. And that, they give you some scenarios, and it just kind of, ask you, what's some of the stuff that you'd prioritize to be able to do. And, I was thinking about that when I brought up Godzilla. Because, Godzilla's a kaiju and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, there are some other ones. And there are some that introduce, some interesting... Did another rat just appear?
Yes. It's this one, though. The one that can just do that shit.
Okay. The one that takes the battle stance. Maybe for that one, you should choose a strategy of rushing it down to the ground and hitting it.
Maybe. I'm trying not to fight two at once, which is kind of impossible. Oh, hey there. When did you get over here? That's very helpful. Very helpful to eat you. They both noticed me at the same time. Damn it, that was supposed to hit you! Well, at least the other one's dead. Oh, come on. It's not hitting him now. Great. That's fair. I'm holding block the whole fucking time. I don't know what the hell that shit was about. He just hit me, and I couldn't even move. Trying to figure out how to BS these guys, and I don't have a good way to do it with the Scorpion.
Let's see, poison doesn't work out too well. You don't have any long-range attacks. No quick maneuvers, really.
Not really. He's pretty slow. And combos don't matter if they can hit you in the middle of their hit stun, which they have done twice so far.
Right. Seems to me it'd be a matter of stick and block.
If they didn't have a block breaker, which they do, and that's hard to tell because it looks the same as any other move they have. A button twice, swing it up or down, knock an enemy in the air.
That might help.
Venom Sting, hold B and swing it down. That's the one I was trying to find, but I didn't remember what the move was. It's no wonder I didn't remember, because I need to hold B and then swing when ready.
So, yeah, I like Choose Your Own Adventures with a big variety of stuff, of scenarios and things you never would have thought of before, the situation presented itself. For example, there was this one Choose Your Own Adventure that I particularly like, that was setting yourself up as you're a new adventurer in a magical world or something like that. What skills do you have? Do you have a weapon? Do you have fairy companions? And it was basically setting you up like, you know, if you go through this scenario, then you get 1 weapon, 2 companions, and 2 skills. Or if you go through this scenario, you get 4 fairy companions. And that's it. No new weapon, no new skills. And various things like that. And it like went into like in depth depending on like what category you chose. Like, okay, so here's the mini fairies that you can choose from with all their special powers and abilities and stuff like that. And some of them were like really good powers and abilities. It was like, oh dang it, I wish I just had like, you know, 1 more fairy companion I could take with me. Like, you know, for example, there was a fairy that could change size. Although, like, her upper limit was being able to make something human size. But she could make something, like, small and fairy size. Now, at first, like, you know, I wouldn't really consider that one too much because it's just, damn, I got others here with other special abilities. But then when I saw this other fairy that's, like, a maid fairy, her special ability was that she could multiply herself.
So poison is key to these motherfuckers. That's why I couldn't kill them fast before. I didn't know what the sting command was. I thought I remembered. Much easier. Very much easier. Continue on, please. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, like, I was like, okay, so it's a little maid fairy, and her special ability, she could multiply herself to complete multiple tasks. And I thought, like, you know, sweet. Oh, and also, like, a usual thing is that these fairies can use their effects on you to help you out. So, like, she can multiply you, but she could only do it, like, 2 to 3 times. But that's due to size difference. While hers, like, she can have hundreds of hers. I was thinking, dude, if I had these 2 fairies of the size-altering fairy and the multiplication fairy, like, you know, I could have, like, 100 human-sized fairy maids, like, helping me out. And it's like, you know, combinations like that are, like, pretty neat to think about, at least, like, for me when it comes to these scenarios.
Sorry, that's really funny.
Yes, scenarios are quite funny.
No, it's just the hissing. It's funny.
Yeah. And then, like, going over to stuff, it's like, oh, you have a weapon. What's so special about it? Then, like, there's this big old list of, like, what type of weapon is it? Is it a katana? Is it a spear? Is it a bow? Is it a sniper rifle? And it was like, okay, so what kind of material is it made out of? Is it made out of normal metal? Is it made out of orichalcum? Is it made out of spiritronite?
I see. Investigate the bug zapper. Why would I do that? Also, looks like a certain scorpion was responsible. There's no fire here yet. This will be funny to see how that happened. It just kind of happened the last time. Oh, hey.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, each material has, like, special properties and effects to it. Like if you had a weapon made out of blaze stone, it would always have, like, a trail of fire behind it or something like that. Or if you had a weapon made out of, chromazoid, I can't quite remember what it was called, but its effect was that it could slow down time for everything but your mind. Oh, not going to save.
I don't want to. And there you go.
Yeah, slow down time for everything like but your mind and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, that's neat. And like when I was like looking at things, I was like, you know, each weapon like has its own skill associated with it. Yeah, okay, like the katana has like the quick draw, the spear has the multi-stab. Then one thing that like caught my attention was that knives were an option you could choose as a weapon, and its specialty was ricochet. So, you know, you could throw knives and have them ricochet.
That's it? We already investigated? Alright.
Yeah. Throw knives and have them ricochet off of stuff.
Oh. Okay. I guess we need to knock him into it. Knock 5 enemies in the bug zapper. Why? No, seriously, why and how? Well, never mind. There you go. At least... Oh, jeez.
Okay.
How did you get poisoned? That guy wasn't there before. Guess it's time to get one more. Okay, so you didn't have to fight them. Well, that's not fair. Quick, run away. Surprised the save point right here while there's enemies. That's funny. But you can't save, can you? Oh, shit, you can. Well, that was unexpected.
Okay then.
What kind of weird ass puzzle was that? I guess it must have been dangerous, because, you know. Oh, hello. Oh, great, we're back in here. Oh, but it's right after.
Oh, what the hell?
Okay.
Never should have kept that rattler. I bet you're behind the water heater, ain't you? Huh? Nice and warm back there. I don't hear you. Come on. Just give me a ride.
Meanwhile, it's outside fighting the tarantula.
No, not yet.
Sting strugs below the belt. Why? Oh, God. Do you remember their conversation?
No.
Yeah, I know a guy one time that got stung in the balls. Well, I'm dead. No, I'm kidding. I don't know why it said C. I guess I got to do a super jump. Damn it! Okay, let's try this again.
Come on.
It's just like I remember like hearing mumbling and talking as like you're going through the air grate or something. So like I figured, okay, so like that's where the spider is right now.
I got a nice fat mousey for you.
How come he can't see my gigantic shadow on the wall in front of him? Oh, that's automatic now. Jesus Christ! How does he not feel that? That's what the screaming was from inside while we were fighting. Oh, it's the Gila monster!
And that's what that fire blast was. I was wondering, where'd that bolt of fire come from?
You ain't hiding from me.
So that explains it all the more now. Yeah. Oh, God! No! I'm dead. I should not even beat that anymore. I tried to run, but it didn't let me.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
In order to do his run, don't you need to, like, do the shake?
Yeah, I was trying to, but that didn't work. Oh, man, we have to go this far back. I know the save point was, like, right there, but that's dumb when it's, like, instantaneous death. From full health.
Ah.
I'm going to be surprised if it actually is an instantaneous death at full health bar from the shotgun, because it should be. What the hell was that? Oh, it fell down again.
Okay. So...
God damn it, I wish this was skippable.
Okay, well, I'll give me a chance to continue on with what I was saying.
Hell no! Okay.
Okay, fine.
Go on, say it.
No?
Say your thing. I was joking at you.
Never should have kept.
Okay. So, I was like, oh, so now he's just come with the ability of Ricochet. Like, that's interesting, I guess. That certainly makes him seem more versatile compared to all the other weapons up here. It's like, okay, it might actually give Knives a chance in some other lifetime, because I'm still going to pick the spear. Because, the spear was an option, and you know how I am about spears. But then I was looking at the enchantments, and I was like, okay, what kind of enchantments can I have, like, in here? And yeah, like, they had, like, some standard enchantments, like, oh, your sword is always on fire, and it blazes with flame, and stuff like that. And then they had some other enchantments that I wasn't quite expecting to see as an enchantment. Like, for example, there's one enchantment called Awakened, or something like that. And, what that is like you just change the environment to be like a serene environment, like you're on top of still water, or like you're in a field where cherry blossoms are just flying everywhere. And what this enchantment does is that your body will automatically act. Like your body will just automatically act in order to
Fuck.
to do something. Like, you know how you normally to, like, okay, so go step, and, like, like, dodge right or whatever to do something. Well, here it's like, I need to dodge right, and your body's just already doing it for you. So it's like, oh, okay, that's an interesting...
Good thing that's not insta-kill, because I can't run faster than he can shoot.
Huh. I thought that was insta-kill.
Nope, I just had not enough health. Run, damn it! I'm pushing the... Not pushing the button, but... I can't climb on a shoe. Come on, that's not even fair.
Yeah, I was like, that's
Jesus Christ, finally. Oh, come on, I was doing the thing. Just like it wanted me to.
Okay. But yeah, another enchantment was Spirit.
Wait a minute.
And that was like, your weapon gets like a,
Oh, no, you don't.
what are those called? Tsuchigumos? Tsukuyomis?
Tsuchinoko?
Maybe no, that's a snake.
Okay, I'm supposed to do it all in one fucking go. Jesus Christ. How does he not feel any of that, though?
Ah! Get off! Oh, persistent little booger, ain't you?
Great, one more time.
Well, come here, I'm gonna squash you dead.
Okay, Sting strokes one last time, so he'd be in a... Oh, come on! I don't have control over that! I had no control over that. Thank God it wasn't a problem.
Get off me! I'm gonna turn you into a smear.
Oh, shit. Did I do... No. That's fair.
Here you go.
It would not let me move, and then when I get to move, it does that shit. Fucking hell. I'm getting the flashbacks again of that one Pro ZD joke of the unskippable cutscene and boss fight and shit. This is getting ridiculous. I'm trying to run, and he moves so fucking slow. If it were the spider, it wouldn't be a problem. I can just jump. Just jump really fast.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this one enchantment is a spirit. Like, it just gives your weapon a spirit to work with.
It just drops every time.
And like it says, oh, you know, your weapon manifests a spirit. It does what you say, and it can even wield itself if you want it to, and things like that. And I was like, oh, okay, so it's my weapon becomes a Zanpakuto at this point because of like the inner spirit, like doing its stuff or what have you.
Nice and warm back there.
At which point, an idea for something extremely awesome came to my mind.
Come on. Just give me
To where, like, I was like, wow, if I did that, that would make throwing knives seem totally worth it. Okay, so one of the materials that you can make your weapon out of is called, like, spironite or something like that. And what it does is that, like, you can shunt your weapon away and then resummon your weapon back to your hand. Like, all spirit-like or something, I guess. And... dang it, I lost my train of thought.
Well, while you're trying to find your train of thought, can we talk about what the hell the Scorpion has against this human that you randomly stumbled across?
You ain't hiding from me.
I was trying to figure out what's the Scorpion even looking for at this point. I still don't know. I still don't know what the Scorpion's trying to do by going after this dude. Because it came all the way out here, and I was like, okay, is it trying to find the spider, or is it looking for a meal? But its main goal, apparently, is get in this guy's pants and sting him in the fucking balls 3 times.
Oh, it could be the curse.
Of what?
Don't you recall how they were saying that, like, the gold or something was cursed or something like that?
Maybe I might remember that.
Well, come here, you little you. I'm gonna squash you dead.
I can't see it crawling up my leg! That was funny when it got stuck earlier on his leg, and it would automatically making me move.
Smear.
Okay, so I now know how to dodge a shotgun too little too late. Okay, I guess not. It'll just disappear and hit me anyway. There we go. Finally. Jesus, fuck. I guess it's the end of the game. That was the finale final boss. So he blew himself up by accident. That's actually pretty funny.
Blew himself up by shooting the snake.
And which blew up the gas tank because he hit the gas tank. I was starting to actually think that might have been the finale, but I didn't want to jump to the conclusion. Meanwhile, these two are running away together. Nope. One last fight in the fire. Or did they leave? Yeah, they just fucking left. It's like, okay, you, I'm going this way, you go the other way. And then one gold doubloon. That's it! I thought we were gonna hear more from friggin', what was it, Wade. It's like, and that was what happened. Oh, it was, oh. Is there even any music?
No, there isn't.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, that's the finale of that there. All the credits rolled. Okay, it's just the calmness of the night. As fire explodes. Maybe keep it turned up a little so we can hear what's going on.
Okay.
But until something happens, go ahead and continue your story before we get done.
So, like, okay, so if my weapon's made out of this material, I can just summon it to my hand whenever I want. All spirit-like, apparently. And yet this, so, Yeah, that's what it's made out of that. And like, there's these daggers, which gives you the ability to ricochet. So that basically told me, okay, so if I had these daggers made out of these materials, I could ricochet them off a place, and whenever I need them back, I could just summon them back to my hand. That seems like a cool combination. And then I thought about, wait a second, I'm allowed to have 2 enchantments on a weapon. And then I remembered the spirit. I was like, oh yeah, the spirit that comes from the weapon, it's able to like wield itself and like that. I was like, dude, I've never seen a badass anime hero in such a way to like, they threw a knife to ricochet it off a tree or something like that in order to hit somebody, but it missed. But then like the spirit of the weapon manifested, grabbed the weapon mid-air, like it did like a spin and threw it so it would hit the target. I was like, that sounds incredibly badass.
In fact, it sounds like something Soul Eater should do.
So, oh!
And probably could, actually, but I don't know. The manga went a different route than the anime did. Hopefully we'll get that anime someday.
Yeah. It's just like that whole situation, being able to set up, like, okay, just choose your own adventure with its myriad of possibilities, and, like, this is how, like, badass knife throwing is done, with ricochets and spirits just helping you mid-throw. Like, I'm just imagining, like, what would it be like to throw, one of your knives, and the guy is, you idiot, you didn't hit anything, only for, like, a, ghost to basically materialize, grab the knife, and just toss it at the person. And I would imagine that, like, the spirit would also have its own ricocheting prowess, too. So, wow, now I'm just, like, imagining a super where this person with these knives, like, the way it works is that the spirit is just, like, constantly materializing on one end to grab the knife and throw it to ricochet, while you are on the other end grabbing these knives and throwing them to also ricochet. Basically, like, this back and forth to, like, really cut up some mofo that must have pissed you off if you're, like, double teaming up with your spirit to slice them with your knives.
Sounds like something Dio should have done. Unless you can't have your stand too far from yourself. I don't know how stands work, really, in terms of, like, distance. Otherwise, you should build, like, Zawarudo and have it appear wherever. It sounds like the police or paramedics arrived. Because I heard sirens. So, what is the true ending to this all? Apparently that's it. It was not a story about the people, it was a story about the animals.
Yeah. So, the conclusion was they went their separate ways.
Pretty much. It was just life as it is in the animal kingdom.
Well,
oh, it's too loud. Whoops. Stop dancing on our screen.
Might as well check out what we did unlock.
Sure thing. Gallery 1. Spider. Scorpion. I wish I knew these were here. I would have used these for the freaking thumbnail. They're much brighter and colorfuler. The roly-polos, this thing that looks gross as shit.
The grobs that we found everywhere.
The beetles that shoot out of their ass. The red black widows, the blue black widows, this spider, identity tarantula. That's actually the exact same pose. What the fuck? They just recolored it. This weird tarantula that has no eyes. Red scorpion.
Oh man, I hope that's
scorpion.
not the ass spider.
What is?
You know about the ass spider, don't you?
Well, it has hairs on its ass, so it probably shoots them. The emerald? No, wait, what did I call this? It wasn't the emerald hornet, because that was the other one.
Jade hornet?
Oh, wait, this is the tarantula hawk. That's what the game called it. The red mantis. The green mantis. The red-faced lizard. The other-faced lizard. This fucker. God damn, I'm glad he stopped appearing.
The true-faced lizard.
This boss we never actually fought. We ran from one. The albino rat. God damn it, I hate those fuckers. The snake. Strugs. Man, he has a stomach on him. What the hell? Look at him. He has horrendously bad posture. Oh, and that's what the other guy's supposed to look like. We never actually saw his face directly. Wade, that's what his name was. Well, that was it. Gallery 2! Ah, cool action shots fighting on a fucking skull. The thorny bush. This place.
Well, that would have actually made a pretty good thumbnail in of itself.
Yeah, once again, I actually wish I knew, but these had to be unlocked beforehand.
Well, we've already unlocked these.
You know, I just realized I saw this concept art somewhere online, but it was so fucking faded. I was like, I wouldn't be able to tell what that is at all, looking at it. If it was on a thumbnail of something. There's a dead bird over there. You can see a beak.
Oh, okay.
See?
No, I
The
don't.
beak right in the very back. See? Got the nostrils of the bird beak.
Oh, okay.
Poking
right.
through the brush.
You said there was a dead bird, so I was looking for a dead bird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the beak of a possibly dead bird. Then there's a spot with the car that clearly crashed, but it looks recent because why is there smoke? And the idea of this image. And then inside, this looks really gnarly. I really wish this concept art were full screen. Why is it tiny? Like, because there's still more screen in the background. Can I press?
You, like...
No.
Ah, okay. There's no super bring up.
Super bring, yeah, that's what we call zoom in, Atou. I like that. Let's call super bring up now. You know, this Mount Wall reminds me of like the freaking Shadow Hearts. No, what's that game called? Heart of Darkness. That game. That's like Out of This World, where it's like a big platformer puzzle game, but it's like got lots of little death scenes, which it's like slightly morbid since you're a child, so it's slightly more morbid than normal, dying to the shadow creatures. Because it shows like one of them snap his fucking neck, and I was like, Jesus fuck, this game on the PlayStation, get it now. It's on the PSN. This tree that we climbed at some point, maybe. Oh wait, if you look right down the bottom right corner, it's the truck. That way we climbed across, and apparently the tree goes over to the gas station. I'm still not sure why the hell the frickin' scorpion needed to go as far as it did. Was it really hunting for the spider and following a scent? Everything of the objective made no sense after the second fight.
I'm pretty sure it was the curse. That's the only thing that explains all the stuff that we've seen go down. That the curse was acting in mysterious ways.
You know, I never gave a good idea of how the room would actually look from this kind of perspective, and it's much better from this perspective. Also seems kind of wrong because the taxidermy antlers, the taxidermy deer is on the wrong wall here, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because remember, it was at the back of the wall next to the blue cabinet you see over there.
Huh.
Yeah, because that's where it was in the actual game. So, definitely concept art to this degree. Don't remember there being an open window. Or a tarantula on the Oh, wait, that was you! That was you 10 minutes ago! Why is there a life meter on the gas pump? That's what it looks like. Actually, this is also wrong too, because the gas pumps are facing the completely wrong way.
Yeah, they are, but if I had to guess, I'd say that's actually the light from above just being reflected down in the glass.
Maybe. That makes a lot more sense. The blown up gas station. This again. Gallery 3! Well, this is more gnarly. Am I seeing the snake? What is that going behind the cow skull? Oh, wait, that's the antlers. That's the antlers of the cow skull. I'm a moron. This is some neat-looking skyscapes and stuff. The octo-cacti. What the hell? Oh, okay, I thought there was like thorn needles. God damn. Thorn needles shooting everywhere, but it's action shot of them flying as the spider is doing something somewhere, I assume. As they go through the cacti. Oh, that's neat. This is that weird dead bush that was weird and crazy looking from the distance.
Huh, from an outside view.
Yeah, from a more outside view than before. There's another dead bird. I forgot about that one. It was poking straight down. Ah, yes, in this shitty place I hated with the Black Widows. Man, those are like the worst enemy in the game besides the fucking albino rat. Because they poison you and do a shit ton of damage. The albino rats can hit you while you're down and can attack much faster. What the Oh, okay, I was like, what the hell is this hellscape? It was that one weird spore mushroom area underground. Oh, that was a short gallery. Now we're getting to, like, outside, more like concept areas of, you know, what's the rough estimate of the room before they model it big? Real big. I can't even tell what this area is. I'm going to assume it's around the truck.
Or it's that junkyard area.
Oh, yeah, with the dollhouse and stuff. This is all very interesting. I usually kind of like concept art like this, but I hate this one! No. Oh, I don't even know where this is. I'm going to assume this is where the cacti was that led into the wasp hive area. Actually, thinking about this might be it from above. No, wait, that was inside of an enclosed cactus. Whatever. It's kind of hard to tell where some of these areas might be. There was lots of thorny and, the fuck am I even looking at? I think this is a plant area as they put more stuff on top of it. And then you climbed up that wall, maybe. Did you take notice that there's a lot of areas we went through that didn't actually have a path to go through, but they still had the blood-sucking mite walls in the way? Because I just remember that one area where I spotted the mountain, like, loading through when we shouldn't see it. They're like a pathway, but you don't ever go there or come from there, so that was kind of weird. Just, like, thought about that. I was wondering if we were going to go back to any of those. Ah, this is neat. Nice big map from the side of the whole sticker brush area I hate to death. And then more of it. And again? And a dead cow. This looks like a fucking city, but it's not. I remember there was a place we went to that was like this, where there was some rock formations that looked kind of weird.
Yep.
Can't remember where exactly. That looks cool. Now I'm getting Metroid vibes with freaking looking at concept art like big mountain space area. I wonder what galleries we don't have. We didn't exactly collect all the bugs. I thought the game was telling me, like, nope, that's the one picture you get, because it didn't want to go.
I was thinking maybe these are like cinematics, but
Possibly.
no.
These look more like in-detail areas they wanted to flesh out, because I kind of recognize that area on the top right from after killing all of the bugs, and then it's like, okay, you need to climb up now to the surface. And we kind of did. And this is the truck area with the mattress that I forgot that we climbed through, maybe? I didn't remember springs too much.
Yeah, there were springs.
It was a short section, really, because I was trying to figure out what's wrong with this octagonal floor, and it was a mattress, apparently.
Oh, that's interesting.
What do you see?
In the right-hand corner, is that someone shooting another someone?
Well, there was a coffin, so somebody got killed and buried out here.
So it might either be a look into the past, or it's the original, like I was gonna go down before.
He was going to shoot him, but then we wouldn't have a tail no tail because it was a dead man. And you know how they say about the dead mans.
Yeah, but sometimes they survive.
Or we get that one joke from the one movie that I forget, where it's like, well, how am I telling you the story if I'm dead? I haven't seen that one movie, and I don't know what the movie was. I forget the reference. I'm half forgetting the movie right now, and I don't remember the name of the movie he referenced, but I was like, you know, just thinking it could have been like that. All these spoder webs. Kind of getting bored of these. It doesn't feel too interesting, because it's like, we saw these in the game. This is just... We saw them more fleshed out, basically. I guess they're a bit prettier, because it's just standard, straight-colored art. And I don't know if I've cycled past already. I don't think I have, because I don't remember the dirt bike. Okay, there we go. There we go. That Gallery 6 is the one we don't have unlocked. And there's interviews with these guys.
Not interested.
No. I'm sure we can, like, Google the concept art. If I can find, like, concept art 6, I'll throw it up for everybody to see, maybe. I probably won't be able to, but I'll look for it anyways. Well, unless you have any closing words, we're actually done with this game when I felt like we should be, which was today. I thought we would.
This game was surprisingly much more interesting than I ever thought it would be.
It was about as fleshed out as I could have hoped for, especially for the movesets.
I mean, quite an interesting game, which what seems like a simple concept of what could we do playing as pests with the Wii controllers? And I'd say they did very well.
I feel like they could have made you have to jangle the Wii remote once you lock onto somebody with the spider. You know, make it even harder to do that move. Like, thrust it forward. Some games can detect a thrust.
A little bit disappointed there was no final confrontation between the spider and the scorpion.
Yeah, but on the bright side, we got to play as both sides for each initiating fight. And then we switched off to the other one. So we did get to fight each other.
Even a little bit disappointed in the fact that, like, it wasn't the spider and the scorpion, like, both going up against the guy with the gun.
No, that would have been funny. Sorry, imagining pulling those Spider-Man freaking crazy maneuvers on the snake, but against the guy with the fucking gun. Come here, you! Like, swings under the gun, he somehow flips. Scorpion lights on his chest and stabs him in the neck. It's like, you sons of bitches, I'll kill you all! Takes out a lighter and puts it in his mouth and sticks a dynamite for no reason. It's like, what's wrong with him? Like, he's gonna kill himself and he somehow ended up in a coma. After all that. I guess we'll see you guys in the next playthrough. We're gonna play through it again, guys! We're gonna do it!
See you next time, everyone.
Bye! Hey everybody, I'm Ray.
And I'm Atou.
And this isn't a new episode, this is an addendum to last time, because Atou wanted me to go get Gallery 6 or something. I forget what the things we talked about were. But I got all the 450 grubs. Screw it, I'm going to show the proof real quick. See, there it is. It's all of them. Also found the last of the leaf crickets in every stage. There was like 2 missing or something. And there was like 1 health upgrade. The main thing with this stage that there was so many missing, by the way, was that you'd see the gas station part right here in the picture, which I actually realizes is concept art. I didn't realize that before. This is all the concept art we looked at. But in the gas station area, when we were the Scorpion, there was like this whole area I didn't realize we could walk to that was like just basically nothing but dirt, that you would think there's nothing out there. But there's like a bunch of hidden grubs and like a leaf cricket. I was like, oh, it's no wonder there was only 15 found in this stage. Thought that was funny.
Because half the stage was hidden.
I just, well, no, not hidden. It's just I didn't think we could walk over there because we had to go up to the bug zapper and it was right there. So that's to be the most extreme version I've seen of, you know, extra content. But on to Gallery 6, which is box arts possibilities they had. That's all these are. That's all that Gallery 6 is, the hardest to get gallery, what box arts they could have had. And there's a lot of them in here. I already took a look at it myself and I was like, there is a lot in here! Holy crap! Like, there's so many. What's funny is I saw some of these online already when I was trying to find good imagery to make for this series back a few weeks ago at this point. Many weeks ago at this point. And yeah, a lot of these are just variations of the same thing with just slightly different colorations. I like this comic book version. It's all blue and orange opposing colors. But yeah, it just kind of goes on like this. I remember when I saw this one online, I thought that'd be cool, but on a thumbnail it'll be impossible to tell what the hell's happening. Now this version would have been nice, but that wasn't out there for some reason on the entire net. Like, there's not much else to say other than there's just a lot of variations that look pretty neat compared to what they went with, and we see what they went with. This one's a spider skull. Actually, I noticed it. Actually, I noticed now what it is. There's a spider on top and a scorpion on bottom. I missaw this as like a weird fanged skull, and I was like, is it like an insectoid head? But no, I was just dumb. I didn't notice what I was looking at. You know, I feel like this symbol is actually in the game background somewhere, but very small. Because there's like many times I saw like the symbol poison and crossbones, but I feel like the skull looked weird. Maybe, I'm not too sure. I'm actually not even sure where I saw it. Maybe it was the loading screens. And that's pretty much all the box arts. Like, there was a lot of them. When I was trying to skip through them myself, I was like, oh, there's so many! It's like, when does it end? And that's pretty much it, actually, just for what Gallery 6 was. Just a bunch of neato box arts that they had as an idea. What I found more funny is the one they went with, there's not any of that in here. No variations of that. Actually, I lied. This is pretty much the first one. It's just they went with actual coloring it instead of monochromes. Of, you know, variety monochromes, basically. They just went with an actual coloration. And, yeah, I thought that was interesting.
That's interesting. And now we know. And now it's out there on the YouTubes for the rest of the world to see and look back upon.
Yes, because nobody has this on YouTube. But you know what there is out there now? A save file copy that I put on GameFAQs. It took 3 days to get uploaded because it had to be submitted and go through the checks. You know what's even funnier to end off this on a note of? When I was looking for the save date and I couldn't find all but the one on GameFAQs that was like, oh, it's got 5 galleries. I was like, why even have this here? Just... And then I put up mine because I was like, fine, I'll be the one that puts 100%. And then I noticed something about the save file on GameFAQs that I was like, how did I not notice this until now? It was uploaded on the day that we ended our LP. So, out of all the years this game has been out for almost 10 years now, only recently this year of this recording did somebody decide to upload a save file suddenly. I was like, what the hell is this? Now it looks like I'm randomly one-upping a guy randomly.
Oh, you didn't put like uploaded by D2M or something?
No, I have my own GameFAQs account, and also because you can't change the note of that. But people will know, whoever watches this video, if anybody does, that that's out there if you really want to just get 100% save file from off the bat for this game. It's super simple and it's easy to copy. I mean, I forget exactly how, but there's a pretty simple guide out there. It's like, title it this way. But yeah, we still have no interest to see the Billy Bob Thornton and Dennis Hopper interviews. So, that's for real for the dead bug game with the time creatures, yes. They're scary. Ooh, Dio Scary Monsters, the lizard dinosaurs. Okay, there's my JoJo reference to the LP. We'll see you in Kirby.
See you later, everyone.